A man wakes up in a dark room, unaware of his surroundings. He's in a bathtub and he drains the water. He realizes his leg is chained to something and starts screaming for help. The lights in the room go on and the man struggles to adjust his sight. He realizes he is in a dilapidated bathroom and another man is on the opposite end. In the center of the room, another chained man lies dead, holding a gun in one hand and a cassette camcorder in the other. The other man introduces himself as Lawrence and says it's useless to try and escape as he has tried everything in vain. The first man, Adam, asks Lawrence to check his body for scars. He fears that his kidneys have been harvested and sold on eBay. Lawrence reveals that he is a doctor and Adam would be in immense pain if any organ had been removed. He believes the kidnapper wants something from them as he hasn't killed them yet. Both men have no idea who the deceased man is. Lawrence asks Adam to look around and see if they can get anything to help them understand their situation. A brand new clock is on the wall and Adam finds an envelope in his pocket. It contains a tape with the words "Play Me" on it as well as a key. Adam tries unlocking his chain with the key but fails. He throws the key to Lawrence but it also doesn't work. Adam tries retrieving the camcorder with his shirt to no avail. He then uses a bathtub drain to grab the recorder. He plays his tape and a masked voice starts speaking. He calls out Adam for not helping people and remarks that he gets to watch himself die today and can do nothing about it. After the tape ends, Lawrence asks for the recorder, but Adam makes him give him his video. Lawrence hides a bullet he finds in the envelope. Lawrence is informed that this is a wake-up call for him. While he usually tells people about their loved ones dying in the hospital, he becomes Adam's cause of death today. He must kill Adam by 6 o'clock or his wife and child will die. The kidnapper states that the deceased died from poison, leaving a clue that X marks the spot. The two men look around the room, seeing a heart symbol on the toilet cistern. Inside, Adam retrieves 2 saws. He gives one to Lawrence and uses the other to start sawing through his chain. Unfortunately, the saw breaks and Adam throws it away in frustration. Lawrence soon realizes that the saws aren't to cut the chains, but their feet. Adam wonders who the kidnapper is and his motive. Lawrence remembers a case that had hit the news regarding a killer who put people in impossible scenarios and asked that they free themselves. The murders were so vile that the perpetrator had been dubbed the Jigsaw Killer. One day, the police encountered a scene where the man had burned to death. Near the scene, they found a penlight whose DNA matched Lawrence's. Lawrence is in the hospital discussing with his students the terminal brain cancer of a patient when the detectives apprehend him. Lawrence's alibi clears him. Before leaving the police station, he is asked to view the testimony of a heroin addict, Amanda, the only survivor of Jigsaw's traps. Amanda explains she found herself in a room with a reverse bear trap strapped to her head. The key was lodged in a man's body on the ground, and she had a few minutes until the trap closed in and snapped her head. Amanda approached the body and found a knife next to it. However, she was horrified to discover that the man was alive. Desperate, she disemboweled the man and retrieved the key, freeing herself seconds before the trap locked. The Jigsaw Killer congratulated and freed her. The deceased man had been overdosed on heroin, so he couldn't move nor feel anything, but he was aware of Amanda stabbing him. This was 5 months prior. Currently, Adam suspects that Lawrence might be the killer, and all this is a game to him. However, Lawrence is in the same position as Adam, and all he can think about is his last moment with his family. His daughter Diana had been afraid that someone was in her room. However, Lawrence checked the room and confirmed no one was present. He then left the house as he had worked at the hospital. Lawrence and his wife Allison had been arguing as he put his work before his family. Coincidentally, Diana had been right as someone steps out of the closet and held the two hostage in the apartment. Lawrence gives Adam his wallet to look at his family's pictures. Adam discovers a recent photo of Allison and Diana held captive. Behind the photo are words from the kidnapper, giving them more clues. Elsewhere, one of the detectives following the Jigsaw Killer case, David Tapp, is convinced that Lawrence is the killer. Consequently, he keeps tabs on his apartment and has filled his house with newspaper clippings and files on Jigsaw's cases. Another flashback shows that after dropping Lawrence off and clearing him as a suspect, Tapp continued to obsess over Jigsaw. One day, he goes through the tape retrieved from Amanda's capture and realizes that he recognized the place as an abandoned warehouse. He asks Singh to accompany him to the warehouse, refusing to call for backup or wait until the following day. They find various model replicas of cases and torture equipment when they reach the warehouse. A man is bound to one of the beds with 2 drills by his side. Suddenly, the Jigsaw killer arrives, so the detectives hide. They apprehend the killer, but he shoots at them and runs away, careful not to reveal his face. The killer activates the drills, but Singh saves the man by shooting them seconds before they burrow into the man's head. The killer slices Tapp's neck, so Singh races after him. He manages to shoot the killer and he falls to the ground. Singh slowly approaches him, not noticing a tripwire until it's too late. The tripwire causes several rifles to go off and kill him on the spot while the killer gets away. After the incident, Tapp is discharged from the police force. In the present, Adam asks Lawrence to switch off the lights and they see the X spot. Removing the bricks from the spot, Lawrence retrieves a box with cigarettes, a lighter, and a cell phone. He tries using the phone but realizes it's been commissioned to receive calls, not make them. Lawrence wants to know how Adam knew to switch off the lights, so Adam reluctantly shares the captive photo. Lawrence gives Adam a cigarette, but he has laced it with the dead man's poisoned blood. Adam takes a drag and starts choking, falling to his death. Suddenly, his body twitches uncontrollably and he wakes up. It turns out that Lawrence had tried to deceive their captor, but had failed. Lawrence recounts being abducted by a pig-masked man when leaving for work. Adam also recounts his abduction. He had fallen asleep in his darkroom and woken to the lights switched off. While investigating, he is captured by a puppet. Lawrence receives a phone call from the kidnapper. He is put through with his daughter, who confirms they are being held hostage in the apartment. Allison warns Lawrence against trusting Adam, revealing that he knows him. Lawrence immediately pressures Adam and he confesses that a guy had paid him to follow him. Adam berates Lawrence for having an affair with a medical student, but the latter reveals that he hadn't gone through with it. He also reveals that the man who had paid to have him followed was Tapp. Given that the Jigsaw killer designs games to test people's will to survive, Lawrence suspects this to be the reason he was captured. Adam throws a picture at Lawrence and identifies the man standing in his apartment as Zepp, an orderly at his hospital. Suddenly, Adam points to the clock, showing that time is up. Consequently, Zepp rushes into the apartment to eliminate Allison and Diana. He makes Allison call Lawrence and tell him that he has failed. Fortunately, Allison has freed herself, so she manages to get into a fight with Zepp. The struggle is witnessed by Tapp, who rushes into the apartment to help. Lawrence hears the scuffle through the phone and he fears the worst when gunshots echo. He collapses to the ground after getting shocked, causing the phone to fall out of reach. Adam throws pebbles at him, causing him to wake up just as the phone starts ringing. Desperate to save his family, Lawrence grabs the hacksaw and starts sawing his leg off amid Adam's protests. Concurrently, Tapp chases Zepp into the warehouse but gets shot in an altercation. After freeing himself, Lawrence grabs the dead man's gun and arms it with a single bullet, shooting Adam as he needs to win. Zepp enters the room and confirms that Adam is dead. However, Lawrence's time has passed, so he moves to shoot him. Suddenly, Adam leaps on and kills him with the cistern's hood since he has only been playing dead. Lawrence starts crawling out of the room but promises to send help for Adam as he needs to get to his family. Adam looks through Zepp's body for the keys to his chains but instead finds a camcorder. He listens in horror as he learns that Zepp has been a captive too, with the test to eliminate Allison and Diana so he can get an antidote for the slow-acting poison in his body. Suddenly, the dead man in the room gets up. He removes a mask on his face, exposing himself as John Kramer, the terminal brain cancer patient Lawrence has been studying before. John reveals that Adam's key was in the water and he had accidentally drained it when he woke up in the bathtub. John moves to the exit and Adam tries to shoot him with Zepp's gun. However, John electrocutes him and walks away, sealing the room and leaving Adam to his fate. He designs these games to test people who take life for granted, and now his game is over. Do leave a comment telling us your favorite part of the movie. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next recap. Until next time folks, take care and goodbye.